My name is Adam Rippon, and I'm qualified to be a figure skating expert because I am one. First, we're gonna watch The Cutting Edge. This is like a classic figure skating movie. It's a tale as old as time. Boy meets girl, turmoil, turned love story. Let's watch the clip.
Doug Dorsey's the best hockey player in America, and he's about to retire.
Basically, this would be impossible to have like a year or two and then like go to the Olympics as a pair skater. I think it would be impossible to think that like I could like go and be a hockey player in like 2 years. So.
Please don't let me keep you from the trough.
Okay, pause. One thing that I'm always confused about in these skating movies is that they always have like private ice or like their own like rink. When I was training, there's like 20 different people all living in their own world, all on the ice at the same time. Continue.
Put me down.
You know what? I think some of the animosity between figure skaters and hockey players has to do with like our ice time. A lot of times like we compete within the rink to like get the prime time hours. And I mean like there's no like, it's not like hockey versus figure skating. It's just like we want the good time. Also, we ruin the ice for each other. So like the figure skaters make these, like basically we make potholes on the ice, and the hockey players make these huge divots from like having the sharp turns. So if we get on the ice like one after the other, the only thing that we do is basically like complain that the others like ruin the ice. One thing that all of these skating movies do, every competition in a skating movie, they show with spotlights. That never happens at a competition, and actually we skate with spotlights like sometimes in shows, and every time we do it, like we basically like jump into the air and we might as well be just jumping off a building because like you can't see anything. This is obviously it's a real skating move. This is called like a headbanger. But like what's happening right now, if you're swinging something around and around and you just let it go, it's gonna go flying. Is definitely an unrealistic move that you're gonna swing something, it's gonna just fly up and you can catch it. Continue.
You didn't have to.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Because I love you.
This is, I think it's definitely a stretch to think that like every time you skate with someone you fall in love. But I mean, I skate with myself and I'm in love with myself, so I get it. I, Tonya is basically the Hollywood depiction of the Tonya Harding story. So like she's skating really well. This is great. They have like a good double doing this stuff. She is selling that she could be Tonya Harding. I'm good with this. As a skating expert and a skater myself, nailing it, hitting it home with the spins. It really looks like Margot Robbie is skating, and they did an amazing job, but there's a few times where I am like, how did they do that? And I feel like they put her like face on someone else's body. Okay. Sometimes when they like edit everything together, like from a skater's point of view, you see them going into one jump, and you can tell like where they land on the ice. They pieced it together. So she's on her left foot here. Now we keep moving. And then the next frame, there she's on her right foot. So this is like a perfect example of like some copy and paste. So she's going backwards and it looks like it's the same thing, but she was just going into right here. She's on her left foot, and the next frame she's on her right foot, stepping onto her left foot. I know that they asked the double if she could do a triple axel, but there's only been like a handful of women who have ever landed it in competition, so they were never gonna find a double that could do a triple axel. So this is gonna be like Hollywood magic, so I'll walk you through it. That is absolutely a triple axel. Up in the air, they've added a rotation with CGI, but what they show you on the film is a triple axel. Height is good. Way to go, girl. And you know what? We have like these nasty faces when we jump in the air. She's also nailing that. Maybe one of the greatest films of all time, Blades of Glory. So these costumes are out of control, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes there are skaters that take it literally almost to this point. You don't have to do that.
Music together and reinvent the sport in their own edition.
I forgot I loved this movie. I think this is actually them. I know that they had to do a lot of like skating prep. These moves are not real moves. So far so good. They haven't done anything yet. Oh my god, wait! Let's back up. What is pretty accurate is like they do a throw axle. They're doing a throw axle. So like what I love, like just look at the air position. The air time in this is definitely way too high. It's like almost a full 8 count he's in the air. Yeah, this is obviously going completely awry. So the fall and the crash is to be expected. Have I hit the wall like that? Yes, I have.
Never fallen once in competition. Come on.
Okay. What I do love, like if this ever happened in competition, you don't have time to like have a conversation with someone. Pick up your belongings and like get going. Okay, so the medical move of holding someone by the nuts, that's not a move. So when it's hands on hands, real skating move. When it's hand to wiener, not real. There's some truth to this. Sometimes when you do like partner work with somebody, somebody's gonna end up upside down, someone's gonna touch something, something's gonna get somewhere, it happens. In a transitional, like let her down or pick her up. So like that little throw off probably wouldn't happen, but there are a lot of like cartwheel-ish and gymnastic-esque things that do happen when these lifts go down. Because like in a normal competition, it would be like a bonus feature. Obviously, you're not gonna get like thrown forward because you would die. And you can't die in your program. Move like that, totally true. So, as effective as that move is, it's probably not gonna happen. You're probably not gonna do a ball-to-ball run-in during a competition at least. And so one other thing, one of our rules is that if you don't have the majority of your weight on a blade, it's a fall. So we can't do things like where it's obviously not a fall, but if you're like laying on the ice or anything, you just get a deduction. So you wouldn't do that. Technically the slide is a deduction of 2 points because they're both lying in scissor style on the floor. As dramatic as that is, not a real move. What my favorite part of the whole movie of like Blades of Glory is when they show the movie skating trick.
The Iron Lotus.
This like behind the scenes video and the partner gets his head chopped off. Honestly, it's like one of the greatest things that I've ever seen in my entire life. But obviously, it's never gonna happen. You would never chuck your partner like that. If I could get one actor to play me in the story of my life on ice, Zac Efron. It's my dream cast, okay? You guys, thank you so much for watching these skating movies with me. Please stay tuned for this summer coming out. Crazy, amazing movie starring Zac Efron about my life. I can't believe he agreed to it. It's just amazing for the both of us.